Life is not what you think it is. It can be so much more.
Yes, and in this video we will explain you how. But before that, we will tell you a bit more about us.
So my name is Nicola, and my journey into spirituality happened many years ago. I felt depressed, I felt sad, lost, and I asked myself a lot of questions. So I started to search in the internet for different practices and tools and what is spirituality. And after that, I quit my job and I went to a journey into Mexico and Colombia, where I met a lot of people who were already on this spiritual path. So they were able to help me a lot because I was kind of overwhelmed by so much information, so many tools, so many practices. So I was super lucky to have them around and to have these deep conversations about it. So these workshops I did, and these practices I did, and all these tools I experienced led me to Bali, to Ubud here. It's the Mecca of spirituality, and now I'm here with Jeff.
Yes, and my journey started about 10 years ago. I was overweight, overstressed, really feeling bad in my body, in my mind, and I had the chance to discover yoga, and it changed my life totally, and I wanted to share that with the world. So I created in the French market the Academy of Personal Development, where we explored everything. We've done like 150 programs online and meditations and everything, and so I learned so much, but I have to say that it's a bit overwhelming if you consider everything. And today what we want to do in this interview is to give you a kind of a synthesis of how you can feel good in your body, in the whole dimension of your being, and you have to address 4 dimensions.
Right, and all the 4 dimensions are connected. So let's start with the first one. The first one is the mental one, the mind. The second one, emotional one, the heart. The third one is the spiritual one, the soul. And the last one, the physical one, is the body.
Yes, and I think that most of the dimensions, you know them, emotional, physical, mental, but most of the things you don't know are probably in the spiritual thing. And in this video, we really want to help you understand these 4 dimensions, where you can feel discomfort in this dimension, and what are the solutions, existing solution, the best solution we found on the way to help you feel better.
Let's start with the physical dimension, the body. And we all experience pain in our body, like a headache, like skin problems, digestion problems, tensions in our body. We all know it. And if we have that pain, we use painkillers. So we don't really listen to our body and ask questions like, why do we feel this pain?
Yes, and this is like sad in a way, because when we really listen to our body, we can understand where this pain is coming from and stop it, and then feeling better in our body. And you know today how to feel better in your body. You need to have healthy food, you need to move, you need to breathe. It's like the conventional solution that work. You need to do that, but it's not complete, we feel. And there is an unconventional path to feeling really good in your physical body, and it is the path of Tantra. And Tantra, we think that in our Western society that Tantra is all about sexuality. In a way it is, but it's not a complete view.
Yeah, there is so much more.
Yeah, Osho was a Tantra guru, and he said that Tantra is freedom. And Tantra is also awareness with indulgence. So we really think that it's something that you should explore if you really want to feel good and have self-love, you know.
To accept your body fully how it is, to really accept and feel safe in your body.
So yeah, maybe the next time you feel something in your body, maybe just try to feel into it, accept it, and trying to understand where it comes from.
Right.
That was for the first dimension, and now let's talk about the second dimension.
The second dimension is the emotional one. So our emotional body is composed by emotional experiences. So from the past, from the present, and the future. So emotions like sadness and guilt and shame. We experience so many different emotions, and sometimes we store it. We don't want to feel it. We push those emotions away instead of really feel it and acknowledge and accept these emotions.
And then life looks like a roller coaster, and you're like, what happened to me? And you are in situation when people say you things that triggers you and your emotion, and then your mind makes stories, and if it stays too long, then it stores in the body, and you have illness, and you don't feel good.
Yeah.
So that's normal, first of all, but there is solution for that. And one of the best solutions for that is probably meditation.
Yeah, you heard about meditation, of course, and I feel that a lot of you tried it and maybe don't really like it because you have to sit in silence, you think, and not think anything, and it can be super difficult. But we have good news for you that it not has to be this way all the time, right?
Yes. I was really not into meditation. My first meditation was horrible, and I said, no, this is not for me. But then you try different types of meditation, and some types will click with you, and you can then be much more present and have a way to feel more at peace inside and not being so triggered by everything, but this roller coaster of emotion. And you can just feel into it and be more aware of what it means and what is the message behind, what is the treasure behind. So that was the second dimension, the emotional dimension, and now let's talk about the third dimension, that is
the mental one, so the mind. And our mental self is formed out of thoughts, out of beliefs, out of desires and
stories.
Yeah, a lot of stories. So when we think about that too much, or when we let the thoughts rule our life and overplan, overthink, or getting stuck in our stories or in our opinions, that creates mental blocks.
Yes, and it's like this feeling of overwhelming is like when you're on a computer and you have so many things open at the same time, and your computer is like it's like slow. But it's the same with your mind. If you have so many thoughts and so many things, then you cannot be at peace, you cannot be relaxed, you cannot be and what helps for that?
What helps for that is meditation again. Meditation is a powerful tool to really calm your thoughts and try to calm down, try to relax, and don't let thoughts rule your life, actually.
Yes, and this is something that can really help you to be more at peace inside and less triggered, because...
we talked about that already for the emotional state.
Yeah,
so.
Most of the time we just respond like la 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 la, and we don't take the time to really sit and relax and be calm and come back to the situation with more awareness.
Right.
So yeah, meditation is a very good tool that you can use in two dimensions, in fact, the emotional and the mental dimension.
Yeah, so now let's come to the last one. The last dimension is the spiritual one, so the soul.
Yes.
You want to start with that?
Yeah, so when we talk about the spiritual dimension, the main struggle we face as human beings is the meaning of our life. Mm-hmm. And when we don't know the meaning of our life, we are kind of lost, sad, depressed. Mm-hmm. We don't know what to do, we don't know where to go.
Why are we here? What is our purpose?
Yes, and this is very difficult to answer this question. But we find like a very interesting insight looking at our date of birth. Because when you're born, there's a specific alignment of the planets that have a very big influence into your life. Much more important than what you think.
Yes, right.
And if you want to look at this date of birth insights, you have different tools, and the one we really like is
Human design. So human design is a great tool to really help you understand yourself so much better, to understand why you act like this or that, or why you're interested in this and that, or why you have a struggle in this and that topic. So it really helps you to accept yourself, to understand yourself so much better. And if you deep so much more into human design and you really learn about it, you are able to understand your family and friends and partner as well so much better.
Yeah, so it's a compassion tool in a way, because
Yeah.
you can understand your past experience and have more compassion in the present moment, and also act differently in the future. So it's really, really interesting tool. So
It's
really
super
have
exciting.
a look about it.
Yeah.
So as we see in this video, we are a multidimensional being, and we have challenges into the different dimension of our life. And fortunately, there is tools that help us grow in this different dimension. And now we shared with you the different options that you have to continue on your path, and then you have two choices. The first choice is to go on your own and do your own research, go online, search for information about the topic we told you about, and find...
But it will take you a lot of time, I will tell you.
Yes, we've been there, and you will also find information that are contradictory, and then you don't know who to believe or where to go exactly. So that's still a path that you can explore by yourself.
Yeah.
But you can also use our help, because we have interviewed well-known experts on the different topics that will give you shortcuts to your own spiritual path. And this is something that will help you, because we also have collected resources from those experts that we'll be sharing with you. And so the experts, we have different experts.
Yeah, so for example, our expert in Tantra, she is a worldwide well-known expert on this topic. She lives here in Bali. She dedicated her life to Tantra and spent 26 years in an Osho ashram. She helped thousands of people and couples to really embody Tantra. So this is, we're super lucky to have this expert here on our couch.
Yes, and for the meditation, we have interviewed an expert on the topic that know all about the different kinds of meditation, and that will help you find the right for you.
Yes.
Because you can try all of them with the resources that we collected, and then you can see what works.
Right. So, and the last expert is the one for human design, and she is a well-known expert on this topic. She lives here in Bali, and she's doing a lot of readings for people, and she's helping a lot of people to understand themselves better. So we package this expert knowledge in a program called Portal to Holistic Freedom. Holistic because we address all the 4 dimensions we talk about. So what to expect in this program? You will get all the interviews of this expert we talked about, and on top you get the resources from the experts, like links to books and podcasts and websites, so that you really know where to find the right things for this topic and where to find the right information for this topic.
If you do this program with us, you will probably save around 50 hours of research and trial and errors. And I don't know how much costs your time, but it's probably a couple of hundreds of euros for 50 hours.
Yeah.
And so today you will not have to pay this price, because we are just launching this product, so we made a very good discount for that, and this is also our way to express our gratitude for your support in this creation.
Yeah, right. And as a bonus, we would love to share a practice with you called sound healing. So we interviewed a well-known sound healer and we did a video with a full session of a sound healing here in Bali.
And that will support the whole journey that you will have in this product, because the sound healing is something that can address the 4 dimensions of your being in a very deep way. So that's our bonus for you, and you will be experiencing a state of calmness, a state of connectedness,
Deep relaxation.
and deep relaxation, yes. And that's a little bonus for you.
Yeah, so and if you would love to join us in this program, just click the link below.
Enter your information, and we will see you on the other side.
Yeah. Namaste.
Namaste.